Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Nikki. Today's video is going to be a list of the top 10 new release fragrances from Bath & Body Works in the year of 2022. In my opinion, we all have different scent preferences and opinions, so just know we're all different. That's a good thing, but I did kind of try to put these in order from 10 to 1 being my favorite. But it's not perfect. There are things that I could swap out or places that be either or, and different scents for different occasions, that type of thing. But I did try to roughly put them in order of my least favorite up to my favorite, but I like all of these. So let's go ahead and get started with number 10. So number 10 was Pink Pineapple Sunrise. So this one was new this year. They put it out in the springtime and it is a very, very sweet tropical pineapple scent, as you would expect. The notes are sweet pink pineapple, palm sugar, and sun-drenched nectar. I love the nectar note that Bath & Body Works puts in a lot of their fragrances. It is just so sweet and mouthwatering and juicy, and this pineapple note is so good. It is such an authentic, sweet, juicy pineapple. And yeah, that mouth-watering nectar. This was really good. The only reason I didn't wear this more is because I am not a huge tropical fruit kind of a person. So I have to really be in the mood to smell like a pineapple. But if you are into tropical scents, you will absolutely love this. It is a really well done pineapple scent. And even though I'm not huge into tropicals, I had to pick this one up because it really does smell so good. So that's the one I put in number 10. Like I said, the only reason it's so low on the list for me is just this is not my favorite type of a scent. But for what it is, it's done really well. All right, then in 9th place, I put Pear Creme Brulee. So this came out around Valentine's Day. This was like one of the very first new collections of the year, and everybody was so excited for it. And this was my favorite from this collection. This collection also had the peach macaroon one. I forgot, is it peach prosecco macaroon? I don't remember, but there was a peach macaroon scent, and then there was whipped berry meringue, which is just a repackage of cotton candy clouds or boardwalk taffy, coconut cream pie, which I love, but it was not new that year, and then pear creme brulee. And I love coconut cream pie too, but of all the new ones, this was my favorite. The notes are baked pear, caramelized sugar, and whipped cream. And this has some delicious gourmand elements to it that are so good. And then it does have this tart, juicy pear. That brown sugar, kind of caramelized sugar note is always one of my favorites from Bath & Body Works. And now that I smell this, I'm really excited to start wearing it again in the springtime. But I have to say, I wasn't completely in love with this. The pear note to me was a little bit too tart at times. I'm not a huge pear lover. If you really like pear and you like gourmand scents, this is beautiful. I wanted this to smell a little bit more like an apple pie, but to me, the pear is just a little bit too fresh, too tart. I would rather it be a little bit like sweeter, more candied, like a pie scent, but they did a great job of mixing that tart fruit pear scent with those delicious gourmand bakery elements. So this is definitely on my list. I do still like it. When I'm in the mood for this, I can definitely still use quite a bit of this. As you can see, I do have a pretty good dent in it, and I only wore it in the spring and the early part of the summer, and I haven't worn it since then. So this is a really good one. Then at number 8 is actually a scent that I've never worn. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's a bubblegum pop. This came out in the Fun Fair collection over the summer. This is so good and so true to the name. The notes are gumball, sugar, candied fruits, and citrus burst. And the reason I haven't worn it is because you really have to be in the mood to wear something that smells like bubblegum, because it is so true to that. It just smells exactly like fruity, juicy bubblegum. I mean, it's delicious. I'm definitely going to start wearing this summer. I might want to mix it with some more vanilla scents or like a pink sugar, cotton candy, something like that, just to soften it a little bit because it is super sugary sweet bubblegum. The packaging is so cute. I had to put this on the list because it really is one of the best scents they put out this year because it's just so unique. You don't get bubblegum scents often. It is such a good one. It is strong. And even though I'm not always in the mood to smell like bubblegum, it's done really well. So definitely had to put this one on the list. That collection also had the orange creamsicle scent. Is that what it's called? I don't remember what it was called because I didn't pick it up, and I'm kind of regretting that because everyone loves it, but I'm not huge into citrusy scents, but there was a really good orange scent that came out in that collection. It also had cinnamon donut swirl, which was okay, but not my favorite. I still have it in the shower gel and the lotion, but it's just kind of not the best for me. So the bubblegum pop was definitely the standout of that collection. All right, next on the list is Pastel Skies. So this came out around Easter, and I actually ended up kind of falling in love with this. So the packaging is just gorgeous. The notes on this are soft cloud berries, pink spun sugar, and coconut musk, kind of a tongue twister. This, it took me a minute to love because of the coconut musk note in it. I can't talk for some reason. But once I fell in love, I can't get over it. So it does have this kind of cotton candy, like berry spun sugar note, but it's not nearly as sweet as the note that's in Cotton Candy Clouds or like an Aqualina Pink Sugar or something like that. It's much softer, much more delicate, and the coconut musk is actually really, really lovely. This is a sweet but not too sweet scent. It's something that's got a hint of a sugary, like gourmand, delicious element, but really what it mostly is a warm, musky, almost powdery, lovely scent. And yeah, like I said, I really love it. The coconut musk is almost hard to pick up on because it doesn't smell overtly coconutty like a tropical drink or anything like that. It is much more light and well blended. So this was really interesting to me. I haven't smelled anything quite like this. I do hope they bring this back because I thought it was really pretty. And yeah, I ended up falling in love with it. This is another one that I'm really excited to wear more in the spring and summertime. All right, at number 6 on the list, this might be a bit of a surprise because I said I didn't love this. And when I say that I don't love a gourmand scent, it's because I'm comparing it to some of my all-time favorite scents. But I actually do really like it. This is Iced Sugar Plum, so it is number 6 on the list. The notes are sparkling sugar plum, snowdrop petals, and whipped marshmallow. And this was way more gourmand than all of us expected. We expected something really fruity and plummy, but it actually has this almost cookie-like base to it, similar to like a sugared snickerdoodle with a fruity candied plum in there. It's not as strong as sugared snickerdoodle or raspberry jam donut or Christmas cookies. It's not as strong as any of those. It's a little bit lighter, but that plum note gives it a little bit of an interesting twist, almost like, I don't know, like plum candy or something like that. And it's not super sugary, actually. It's more bakery than that, and it is interesting and I do enjoy it, and when I wear it I do find myself reapplying it over and over again. So when I say it's not my favorite, I mean it is not my favorite out of all of the gourmands and some of the ones that I'm comparing it to, but compared to all of the Bath & Body Works scents ever, it's still pretty high on my list. This is definitely a good gourmand scent. It is still out and on sale for SAS as I'm filming this, so if you haven't tried it out and you're a gourmand lover, definitely give this one a smell. You might like it a lot. All right, now we are at number 5 on the list, and now we are getting into the ones that I just love so much. So this is Autumn Drive, and y'all, I used so much of this. This was so good. The notes are wild raspberry, warm amber, and vanilla birch, and it is such a good, sophisticated raspberry woody scent. Very perfumey. Oh my gosh. This actually takes me back to the autumn because I wore it in a very specific time frame, and now it has scent memories associated with it that remind me of like pumpkin patches and all of that fun stuff. But yes, the woodsy notes are quite prominent in there. I get a lot of vanilla birch, and then I get a very rich, juicy sort of a raspberry. It is sweet, but it's not a candied raspberry. I love a good woodsy fruity note, and this one was done so well. So this is one of the best scents of the year in my opinion. The line on mine is down to here, so I've used all of that because I just couldn't get enough of the scent when I would wear it. All right, number 4 is another raspberry scent, and this will be a huge surprise because when I first got it, which was actually within the last month, I wasn't as crazy about it, and this is Blush Cardigan. I've started to love this scent, y'all. First impressions aren't always it for me. There are times when my first impression of a scent is that I don't like it that much, but as I wear it, I really do start to fall in love with it and it grows on me, and that's kind of how fragrance works for a lot of people. So I'm just being honest. I have started to love this scent. The notes are sweet raspberries, sugar-dipped violet, and warm amber. This one to me is much sweeter than Autumn Drive, although they're both raspberry. Yeah, this one has this delicious sugared note in it, and I don't get a lot of a violet. There's not a lot of a floral note, but there is something so sugary sweet, and then the amber gives it a little bit of depth. The raspberries are a candied raspberry. And it's just really, really good, especially in the body cream. There is something about it that reminds me of Sugar Cherry Crisp from a few years ago, which is weird to say because they don't have any of the same notes. This is not a cherry scent, but to me, this is kind of a raspberry version of Sugar Cherry Crisp, which is so odd to me because, like I said, they have none of the same notes. But there's something almost gourmand and delectable about this. I love the sugared violet note and the amber mixed together. Really well done. One of the best scents of the year. All right, now this one I feel like a lot of people will disagree with me on, but my number 3 was Strawberry Snowflakes. I feel like this was so good. I feel like a lot of people were just with this scent because some people get a really artificial note out of it, and then some people say it's so much like strawberry pound cake that it's just kind of unnecessary, but I love it. The notes are juicy strawberry, whipped cream, and iced bergamot, and I've said this a lot of times, so I feel like I'm just repeating myself. But to me, it smells like strawberries and whipped cream fresh out of the fridge because the bergamot gives it this kind of cool quality. So it smells like a cold strawberry and then really sweet, delicious whipped cream. It smells a lot like strawberry pound cake. I know people have made that comparison, but to me, it doesn't have the notes in strawberry pound cake that I don't like. Strawberry pound cake has a medicinal quality for me. I want to love it so badly, but I just don't, whereas I do love this one. So that's number 3. Number 2, everyone loves, or most people love. This is Dream Bright. Y'all, they did so good on this scent. The notes are sapphire berries, night blooming orchid, and crystallized vanilla. It smells like Montpellier by YSL. It is such a gorgeous perfume-like, elegant berries and vanilla scent, and the night blooming orchid just really elevates it, gives it this perfumey quality that almost smells like patchouli. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a hint of patchouli in here as well. So gorgeous. This to me competes with pretty much every designer perfume I have because it's just that lovely. A gorgeous scent, probably one of the best they've ever done in my opinion. So that's number 2, and this and number 1 honestly could be switched out because I love them both just in different ways. My number 1 of the year is Wrapped in Vanilla. So this is another one that I feel like might be a surprise that I put it as number 1 because when I first got it, I said I wasn't in love with it, but now I am. Now, I don't love it as much as I still love Old School Vanilla Bean Noel or Confetti Cake Pop or Berry Waffle Cone or Bonfire Bash. Those 4 might still be higher than this one, but this is kind of slowly making its way into that group, and it may nudge its way even higher on my all-time faves list. There's something so addictive about this. The notes are soft vanilla, velvet sugar, and chantilly cream. If you're a gourmand lover, so good. Such a rich, beautiful vanilla scent. There is something super, super sweet in the opening that I've said before kind of smells like a boardwalk taffy. A lot of people disagree with me on that, but it's just in the very opening, like the first spritz, and then for me it fades and turns into this creamy, delicious vanilla scent with a gourmand bakery base. Similar to like a Christmas cookies. I don't even want to say that. Similar to like a confetti cake pop in the back, I would say. So good, so unique and original, and such a rich, delicious, true vanilla scent. So those are my favorites of the year. Let me know what were your top, let me know what were your top 3. Comment down below. You could do a top 10 list if you wanted to, but I definitely want to know what are your top 3 favorite new releases of this past year, because I feel like it was a really good year of launches for Bath & Body Works. They put out some gems, so I'd love to hear what you guys are loving, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see y'all at my next one. Bye.